Trusting yourself. Well, not as easy as said than done, huh? Come on, let's try to get you to trust yourself. Come on. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is Bipolar Perspective, presented to you by Noir Apologia Gaming. Today we're going to talk about something, to be honest with you, I thought it was going to be a little simpler than it's actually going to be, but it's not going to be real difficult to talk about. It's just, it dawned on me the other day, so I'm thinking, you got to understand the process of how I do these videos. I usually do one takes all the way through. I don't do outtakes. You're not going to probably see a compilation of funny stuff that Daryl does outside of this, because I like to do things one time through. It's just simpler for me. I do things on a whim. I don't do things by script or anything else for that matter. Well, so I'm thinking about this particular subject, and the subject is trusting yourself, right? That's what we're talking about today. Trusting yourself. Learning how to trust yourself. Now, what ends up happening is I think about these things, and it dawned on me the other day, and I started. By the way, this is not crazy to do this. If you start talking out loud when you're thinking, it's okay. You're not psychotic or something. But I'm thinking the other day, and I'm sitting out there on the balcony, and Dwan was sitting across from me, and all of a sudden I started randomly talking about stuff that he had no idea what I was talking about at first, and I explained myself. I didn't realize. When you really think about it, this all comes down to trusting yourself in everything. Not just trusting your decision making in your life, but check this out, man. Let's take an advisor or someone you're going to vent to. You have to trust your judgment on that. Really think on that. So, in a lot of ways, when you're starting this, it's mechanical. My mom always said, my mom passed in 2002, but she used to always tell me, sometimes it's mechanical. It's just like, some things, you start out mechanical, and it's okay. It's okay just to do things because you know you need to do things. And a lot of you, if you're doing this, if you're actually taking these steps, you are at the end of the road. A lot of you who are going to be taking the steps you've tried everything and nothing works. You've gone to counselors and they don't work. You've gone to psychiatrists, they don't work. The meds don't work. Well, whatever. Okay, right? So check this out. Take venting. You have to trust the person you vent to. Why? Because you're going to say some stuff that may put you in a hospital if you're not careful. You may say, I want to kill somebody, or I want to kill myself. I want to die. Well, do you actually want to die, or do you actually want to kill somebody? Maybe. Maybe you, deep down in your heart, that's what you feel is the solution. But most likely, you're just getting it off your chest. Well, you can't have the person calling the police every time you talk about dying and stuff. Well, you got to trust your judgment on who you're choosing. Not just trust the person that you're choosing to do. You have to trust your judgment. I'll give you an example, a small little example from my own life. Did you realize that I trusted my judgment so very little, and I still don't really trust it? I'm still learning on money. So I get SSI every month. That's where my income comes from now. I don't make money off of this, not quite yet. A couple years maybe. I gotta keep doing this and striving and doing videos, and maybe I'll get some sponsors or something. But the point is, I make a very little money. But I didn't want a card. Having a card in my hand, oh no. So what I would do is I would get my money every month and then transfer it over to my significant other's account, and she'd pay the rent or whatever bills we needed to pay. I never touched that money. I never had a card until last year. And then I ran into money problems. That happened, yes, last year. So I still got my issues on some things like that. But just think about that. I have to trust my judgment on things like that, and I'm just now trusting my judgment on having my own card, my own bank card, my own bank card. I mean, I've had my account for what, over 10 years, so yeah. Just think about that. So why is trusting yourself important? Well, in the end, that is what you're striving for. That's who, because while you may have all of these people around you giving advice, or you may have this talent, that someone's working on trying to craft and form into something special for you. Like, maybe you're a singer, or maybe you're an artist, or maybe you just go to work every day and you're following somebody that's successful. Maybe you're watching your boss and you want to become a shift manager, or something like that. Well, even if they're helping you craft your speciality, you still have to trust yourself on that judgment. Are you going to second guessing yourself is a big sign that you don't trust yourself. Think about this. Everyone's taken a test and they got the wrong answer. Everyone's done this. And they got the wrong answer and they go, oh my God, I should have went with the first answer. Trusting yourself, right? It's common. It's not a psych thing. It really isn't. But for people like me, people with bipolar, or people with issues, it's worse in some ways. No, not in some ways. It's worse in a lot of ways, because it affects all of our relationships. Who are you hanging around? What if you go and you try to do the thing what I was talking about with the venting and the advisor? What if you go get somebody and they're just not getting you? Do you just not talk about it? No. Let me tell you, the worst thing you can do is not talking about your issues. So let me tell you something. If you fall into a situation where you don't necessarily have a bunch of people around you to talk to, I mean, you might be gleaning information from all sorts of people. That's okay too. But you have to be able to talk to somebody, vent to somebody. That's where, I would suggest you go get a counselor, just for the venting part of it. I'm not saying that there are not good counselors that can give you advice. In fact, I would make a suggestion. If you'd have to research this, and you'd have to ask questions back to the psychiatrist or the counselor to find out this information. Do they have a past themselves? Because I'm telling you now, the best drug counselors are the ones who've done drugs. The best alcoholic counselors are the ones who've done alcohol. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm the best person, but if you trust my advice on this stuff, it's because I've been there. It's not because I have a PhD in something, right? So that's trusting yourself. Okay, this video was never going to be very long. It's something that you need to know. These videos, not all of them are going to be like the steps. Like, I'm not going to keep repeating the steps, man. I'm going to refer to the steps, and then I would suggest you go watch some videos about the steps. You start with the pre-steps, and then you go through the steps, and you find out. Okay, and then you keep watching it. Watch it 1,000 times. Watch it 1 billion times. Okay, and by the way, I will do these videos eventually, the steps, stuff like that, over again. But for now, it's going to be subject like this. Okay, so the next video, check this out. Stay tuned, because the next couple videos are going to be connected to this. So trust yourself, but then you also have to trust other people. That's going to be the next video. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, get your popcorn, as T.O. would say. I don't know, man. Okay, I just made a reference. As T.O. would say, get your popcorn ready. Okay, seriously. This is good stuff to know. Trusting yourself. Trust yourself. Learn how to trust your judgment. And that only comes through action. Only through action. And it'll just come a little slowly, like little different stuff. Like, oh wow, I did that. Oh, okay. I trust I can do that. So you take that and you use that. Stuff that you didn't necessarily trust before, but now you trust, right? So you go into that, and you trust yourself, and you start to trust yourself on bigger stuff. It's time. Again, all of this is time. But wait for the next video. Stay tuned. Remember, leave comments below. Go to my Facebook page. I think all of the links are down below. So check that out. Go to my Instagram stuff. Okay, check out my pictures. Got beautiful pictures up there. I'm practicing. I'm putting my Photoshop stuff up there. And then also, I got the new website coming in January 1st, which I'll get to later. I'll talk about that later. All right. Y'all have a good night's sleep or a good day if you're just waking up. Well, if you're watching across the world, you could be doing both. But anyway, have a good night's sleep or have a good day. May the Lord of Light bless you in all things. Goodbye. I have bipolar disorder and PTSD, and I was in that position. I was a broken man 15 years ago, and I fixed my life. And everybody talks about changing this world, and so forth and so on, and everybody talks and talks and talks, and they never do anything about it. Well, here I am. I'm going to do something about it. I'm tired of the misconceptions about mental disorder. I'm tired of the directions that some people try to give to people with real problems in life. Really examine your life. Want to without knowledge is ignorance. If you don't know what it's going to take, if you don't know why you're doing things, why you want to change your life, there is no there's no point to it. I want to create desire in you to change your life, especially if you have been abused, if you have been told all your life you're a loser. You should examine why that is. I was a loser. You understand? Like 15 years ago, I really was. You do need advice. You can't have just one set of eyes on your life. You have to have perspective, and you might not want to hear it. Do you think I wanted to hear that I was a loser? I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's why I drank so much. Good Lord, I was an alcoholic because of it. I didn't want to deal with life. So check this out. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I hid myself for so long. I don't want other people feeling like that. I know what it feels like to be you. I really do. But you don't have to be.